I think that's one of the biggest fears people have is getting in there and not, they'll just set up without any real reason to set up.
Yeah.
And if you're hunting and if you're in a crunch time frame, right, you've got to be a little bit more aggressive than if you're on home turf and you've got an entire season, right?
Sure.
You've got to kind of create opportunity to make things happen when you're out of state. And that requires being a little bit more aggressive, but also being strategic in how you are aggressive.
Right. And wind is king.
And wind is king. Wind, thermals, access, right? So you're going to have to look at, and just because the map or the weather says the wind is predominantly coming from the north, south, whatever it is, you've actually got to go in there and kind of wind map that yourself, because terrain features funnel wind and can make, it says there's a northeast wind, but depending on where you're at, it might be coming out of like the south or southeast.
Especially in the bottom. So you've got to take that into consideration. And that's where, again, it comes down to being strategic in the way you move through the woods and your woodsmanship skills, right? You take all these data points, you look at them, you've keyed in on areas. Well, then you've got to go put boots on the ground, check the wind, be a little bit of aggressive, be willing to bump deer. It's not going to matter.
But but not be so hung up on, a fear of making a mistake that you keep yourself from having the potential to be successful.
Sure.
I think people get hung up all the time on that. I know I did. I was like, oh man, it's just not, if I don't want to move in too far, I'm like, dude, I've got 5 days to be here. You've got to make something happen. You've got to commit. You've got to move. You got to get to where the deer are.
You can't just sit on one spot and just hopefully they come around. You got to, look for sign, come up with a game plan.
Yep. Especially if you don't have a bunch of intel to run off of, right?
That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing, which to me is the most exciting, right?
Yeah.
When there's no expectation, right? Or there's that curiosity that comes, you don't know exactly what's there. That to me is fun.
Yeah.
Because every time you go out there, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's just a new day every day.
Yeah.
A new piece of land, okay, let's go. We're learning, we're moving. We're going to try and make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really easy to get up on like the trail camera side of things. It's so easy to just be obsessed with that and not hunt because of you're not seeing something.
Sure.
Right. Which takes away the fun for me. I enjoy just being in the woods. Obviously we all want to kill deer, but it's exciting whenever there's an unknown that comes along with it.
Well, that's why I move so much.
Yeah.
That's why I go to different places. I try to, let's see how successful I can be. And I've been hunting a lot. I've not seen deer, I think twice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That just shows growth, I think, as a hunter, where you're able to be more consistent on deer.
Yeah.
Especially in new spots, right? You're understanding and understanding how to read terrain and, what attracts them? Why are they there? And whenever you understand that, your success rate skyrockets.
Oh yeah. And just because you think an area looks pretty,
yeah,
doesn't mean that there's deer. Dude, I'm horrible.
This is such a deery area.
Yeah, this looks perfect. It's open. There's like 2 oak trees here. This is great. I'm gonna get in here. Yeah, there's zero sign.
Not zero sign.
Why? But this looks good to me.
To me,
I'm 100% guilty of that.
I'm a human, not a deer. Why do I think?
Yeah, because this is where I would live. I could put a hammock in here and it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't exactly work.
No.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. Yeah, I love that. I love the unknown side of things. Maybe the success rate isn't as high as guys running cameras and who have all this intel, but to me, it's just fun, man. Going out, exploring.
But you're building your own intel.
You are building your own intel, man. And then whenever that time comes and you connect, man, it's like you can reflect on everything. Look what I did. Yeah, it's different. And I don't think there's any wrong way to do it, whatever your approach is. No. As long as you enjoy the process, that's what it's all about.
That's all that matters.
That is it, man. That is it.